Good day, everybody. I am live today for Living Life in Joy. Yes, it's a rare occasion that I'm live. It's usually pre-recorded, but I'm so grateful to be live with you today. And I'm especially grateful to be live with my special guest today. And we'll get to that in a minute. So, I am Rev Melissa, and this is Living Life in Joy. And this is a show where I get to connect with people who are doing just that. They are connected to their yes. So it's a little different from SIP that I do Monday through Friday. This is an interview show, and people come on and they share about what brings them joy, how are they connected to their purpose in life, and all that wonderfulness. So if you don't know, I'm Rev Melissa. I am an interfaith minister. I'm a licensed religious science practitioner. I'm the spiritual director and senior minister at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living here in New York. And I am a spiritual life coach. And I say all of that is my ministry of joy, where I support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes. So if you need support in doing that, please reach out to me. You can do so by going to my website, revmelissa.com. All right, so we are wrapping up May, and May has been a full month, and it has been delicious for me, let me tell you, because the whole month, you know what I did, right? I had extended Women's Month all the way to May. So all month long, I've had dynamic women on the show. So I just want to give you a little recap. So we kicked it off with Gail Ricketts, who wrote a trilogy about her life. And you can find her book at Amazon. The books are called God Directed Revelation, God Directed Redemption, and God Directed Recovery. She is an attorney, she's a speaker, she is a life coach, and she is doing amazing things by sharing her testimony in the world. So that is Gail Ricketts, and you can find her book on Amazon. And then on Mother's Day, I had the beautiful Alethea Brown, who is a visual artist and poetic storyteller. She's also the founder of Unveiled Unlocked. And that organization celebrates women who are bare or partially bare heads. Her mission is to expand the beauty code and educate. Yes, she's celebrating her 10th anniversary kickoff on August 14th at Harlem Weeks, a great day in Harlem at Grant's Tomb. And you can follow her on Instagram at Unveiled Unlocked. And then the third Sunday, we had Noreen Chambers, who is the founder of the Nuna Collection. It is a natural hairstyle wig company and quirky hats. And Nuna Collection is designed for the discerning woman who wants to diversify her look and not divorce her culture. Yes, my producer is in the background holding it down for me. All right. And then, so you can follow Noreen Chambers on Instagram at Nuna Collection Wigs. Amazing work. And then last Sunday, we had Spirit Tarif. She is the founder and director of Roots of the Spirit, an organization that strives to uproot racism through storytelling, education, and the arts. Spirit is the creator and host of Roots of the Spirit podcast, and she is having a Healing and Joy Retreat for Black, Indigenous, and Women of Color from June 23rd to June 26th this year, next month, in Roxbury, New York. And you can find out more information about Spirit's work at rootsofthespirit.com. And fun fact, she's also the daughter of one of the Little Rock 9, Minnie Jean Brown Trickett. That is her mother, and her mother was one of the Little Rock Now. Why I keep saying now? Little Rock 9, okay? All right, so If that wasn't enough, we are here today live. And so my guest today is a returning guest. And I haven't had that many returning guests. So you'll know she's special to me for her to be on the show again. And so I'm going to read her bio and then we're going to get into it. But first, we have to go, set, ready. Uh-oh. All right. Yeah, we've been having these little quirky technology things happening. I know for me, it's been happening for the last week or so. But you know, Mercury's in retrograde. So we could blame everything on Mercury being in retrograde, right? And then we could center ourselves and we can know that all is well again in the world. Yes? All right. So let me share my guest today. I'm going to share her bio. Lindsay Leimbach has more than 30 years of teaching and speaking experience. Lindsay was the former head director of special education school, working with severely emotionally challenged individuals and their families. She has taught classes and seminars for schools, groups, businesses, and parents on mindful living, mindful parenting, active awareness, and becoming your personal best. She is a mindful living coach working with adults, teens, and children. Lindsay is currently on the executive board of the Southeast Ventura County YMCA. And there is the homepage of her website, Healthy Mindful Living, right? And it's all about having those centering moments. And there's beautiful Lindsay. So without further ado, please welcome to Living Life in Joy for the second time, yes, Miss Beautiful Lindsay Leimbach.
Hey! I'm on 2. Peace, victory, and 2.
Yes, Lindsay. How are you, Lindsay Love?
Oh, I am so excited to be here with everybody because I am just celebrating life with great joy. I have my joy candle and I have your joy mug, which I wish I was using today. I'm sorry, I'm using my dream come true mug.
Oh, that works too. That works too. Beautiful.
It's 7:30 in the morning in California. I'm outside of LA.
Oh, beautiful. Well, thank you for waking up bright and early to be with us today. So, Lindsay, let's get into it. So first of all, for those of you who don't know, Lindsay and I met through SIP. We met through New Thought Media Network. She found SIP and found me, and it has been a love connection ever since. And I am just so grateful for that, Lindsay. So, Lindsay, tell us a little bit about what you have going on in your life these days.
Okay, well, I'm very excited. As you said, your May was full. My May was full too. And I think everyone's May was full, but it's all about perspective and being aware and being open to it. So I had a lot of challenges this in May, but I took the challenges and used them as stepping stones to make a full, joyful life. And if you all do not watch Reverend Melissa every morning at 7:30 California time or 10:30 Eastern time, you should, because it's part of my morning practice is that I get up and then I center myself and I meditate and then I turn you on. And what you do is to help turn me on to be in that centered moment, even when Mercury is in retrograde. Like you said, we can blame it on Mercury, but Mercury in retrograde is the outside life.
Yes.
And the bottom line is you can laugh at blaming on it, but it's always the opportunity to go to the inside life. So for this, even for this meeting that we're having right now, my camera broke. And so now I'm on my computer camera and I look kind of weird, but who cares? The message is the message, right?
Yes, yes.
It's the message. So this month, not only did my car break and I had to buy a new car, I lost my electric toothbrush. I had to buy a new electric. My phone broke. I had to buy a new phone. And I was going to Europe and I just got back for 2 weeks. So was it fun? Yes. I have a new electric toothbrush. I have a new phone. I have a new car. And I just got back from Europe. So wow.
Yes, yes.
Right?
It's all about perspective.
It's all about knowing the joyful trust or the joyful truth. And you, what do you call, you tell everybody to have there, you take over. What do you tell everyone to have?
Either their quality or the essence that they want to experience through themselves, right? And I know yours is joyful trust. Lindsay, how has joyful trust shown up for you in your life since you are open? You're like that vessel of joyful trust.
When my phone broke, and so I'm in the middle of Europe with my son who's going to grad school in Europe, and I have to get a COVID test to come home, and I have to be able to get from Oxford, England to Heathrow Airport by myself without a phone. I mean, everything is based on your phone, scanning everything, showing emails, your airplane tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to remember my quality, which is joyful trust. Really having a positive perspective, knowing that even when things that to other people look like they're bad, they're not bad. They're stepping stones for me to wake up and know that God is here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. It's
Yes.
not the energy of God is creating around you to develop you to be your highest best. And that's even true when your phone breaks in the middle of England.
Yes.
And
Yes,
I
it
had
is.
and I had that joyful trust, and I just believed that I could ask people for help. I believed that I could figure it out. Even when there was a few times my
Mm-hmm.
plate was completely full. This was sending it over the edge. I could feel the tears going, you've got to be kidding, coming up. Has anyone had those tears like rolling up going, and you're like, it's not time to cry. It's not time to cry. But you center yourself into that joyful trust or into that quality of knowing that there's no mistakes. And that means
Yes,
this is not a mistake.
that's right.
I got through it with ease. I got through it with grace. And then when I got on the airplane, it turned out my 11-hour flight, nobody sat next to me. I had the whole bench. And I looked out the window a few times. One time I looked out the window and I saw Iceland, and it was the most magnificent thing. Glaciers and
Mm.
cracking apart and blue water and snow. And I thought, this is the most wonderful experience. I almost started to cry with joy on the airplane.
Yes.
I actually started to wake people up around me saying, look out the window. And they all thanked me. They didn't think they first thought I was a nutty lady, but then they thanked me. And I realized God is everywhere.
Yes, yes,
Everywhere.
yes.
So joyful trust guided me not only through Europe, but through my life, through meeting you. Let's just talk about how all of a sudden I heard New Thought Network going live. Never really seen anyone live. Clicked on it was you. Got involved with you. Fell in love with you. Not only you. I want to say Seku, the Congregation of Joy,
Yes.
everybody. I love all their comments, all their energy, all the jewelry we see. Your mom. I'm in love with your mom. Your cat.
Beautiful. Right. Davy the cat. Yes.
Davy
yes.
the cat rocks in my heart. every morning. I want to see that little tail
Yes, yes,
sweeping by.
yes,
But
yes.
when I did that, what that has done, can we get to the drum roll now?
Yes, yes. Let's do the drum roll now because we have a special announcement. You're hearing it here first on Living Life in Joy. It is amazing. All right, drum roll.
Okay, here it is, everyone. I'm going to have my show weekly, not daily, weekly on Fridays on New Thought Network at 9 a.m. on a Friday, starting July 1st. So in 1 month,
Yes.
July 1st, 9 o'clock Pacific Coast time. That would be noon Eastern time for a half an hour. And I am going to be talking about how to live your life with this, in knowing that there's infinite possibilities, knowing that
Yes.
this or better, to
Yes.
know how to wake up and look in the mirror and say, yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Fireworks. Fireworks. I love
Exactly.
everything about that. So I know that you've been thinking about the title for the show. And so we're going to put it out to the congregation of joy. Those of you who are listening, put in the comments, or when you watch the replay, put in the comments then your should we do a vote? What
That
your
would be
opinion
good.
is. Yeah. What your opinion is for the title. So what are you considering,
Okay.
Lindsay?
What I'm considering too, infinite possibilities, or this or better. Now, when I talk to people, and as you said, I coach people, I worked with kids that were in gangs, that were suicidal, that
Mm,
had drug problems. I did this for 23 years.
mm,
And when I would see them, they felt broken. They came into me and they felt broken. They felt rejected. They got kicked out of their schools. And so they got sent to my school.
mhm,
I didn't see the broken child. I didn't see the broken family. I looked straight in their eyes, right into their eyes, and I saw their soul. And
mhm,
your soul has infinite possibilities.
mhm,
It's in the present moment. The
mhm,
past history does not define you. The
mhm,
present moment of being aware and knowing that there's infinite possibilities of the next choice is what's defining you.
mhm.
And they could feel that. They could
Yeah.
feel that they weren't stuck down by the anchor of their past, even their
Yeah.
past choices. Yes, karma, you have to work through your own karma. If you end up doing a felony that's on your record, and you have to work through that, but you still have infinite choices on how to learn, how to grow, and how to take the next step forward.
Yes.
So I would talk to him about this. I'd say, well, that's the past choices. What are your infinite choices? If we can get to the other side, this is your fear. But if we can open up the door of fear, what's on the other side is
Mhm.
is forever energy to create anything you want.
Yes.
So infinite possibilities is a wonderful one. But then the other one I write like is this or better.
Now,
Because
is it this or better, or this or something better?
I would say this or better. This
This or
or better,
better.
3
Okay.
words. This
This or
or better.
better. Okay.
And when I'm working with people, one thing I always do is I make sure that people get stuck on what they don't want.
Yes.
You know, I don't like my husband. I don't like my job. I don't like how I look. I don't like my age, whatever it is. I don't like my illness. They just to keep defining what they don't want.
Mhm.
And we have to pivot from looking behind us, because when we do that, we just create what was behind us. It comes out in front of us.
Mhm.
So we have to stop doing that. We have to create what we do want. So
Yes.
I got what you don't want. We all can name that. But can you name what you do want?
Mhm.
Now, once I get people working on creating what they do want, and it's not just what you intellectually want, as you know, Melissa, you talk about your mind and your heart have to come together. So
Mhm.
when you say, well, I want to be successful, Are you defining success from what your parents, your culture, your religion is saying? That's someone else's success. That's not yours. You have to connect with your heart, your success. What's your definition? But once you define that, then you always have to say this or better,
Mm,
because God has a plan that's bigger than our human intellect can hold. And
absolutely.
if the universe wants me to do more or be even better, then I can put on my GPS to move forward. But I need to make sure that I don't put a lid on it to stop it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what you're speaking to, Lindsay, is so powerful because we're creating that opening within ourselves for God's idea, right?
God's
We
idea.
have our idea, what could be, it could look like this, but in our mind, it's like this. But then God's idea is what?
Is
Infinite
infinite
possibilities.
possibilities. So I'm going to
Infinite
give you an example.
possibilities.
I have a BA in psychology and in teaching. So I became a special ed teacher. So you're like, oh, well, that's great. Well, I got a divorce. So I've lived this life. I got a divorce and I needed to actually make more money. And where I was at, it was not working. So for me to able to do that, they had a limit at the school. And so I left the school for about 3 months and started another job. They came knocking on my door and they said to me, "Lindsay, will you come back as the principal?" What? Come back as the principal? Yeah, you'll make more money. We want you back. I didn't ask to come back as the principal. I didn't
Mhm.
even think that was a possibility because I didn't
Mhm.
have my master's degree.
Yeah.
But I had worked there so successfully and I've had been a mentor teacher and so forth. So I said, sure, I'll come
Mhm.
back. So I came back to the school with these kids after 3 months, just loving it, feeling like, oh my gosh. So I said to God, this is who I am and I want to help people, but I know I need to make more money. So I had to do different things. This came up. Then
Yeah.
the school got bought out and they came into me. The new people who bought the school came up to me and said, Lindsay, you run the school. I'm like, of course I
Mhm.
run the school. Now, I wasn't the head director of the school. I wasn't the top dog. I was one down. I was the principal. So I was running more the operation of with the kids,
Yeah.
not the whole operation of the school. And I said, yeah, I run the school. And they said, no, the person who is the head director is retiring and you have the job. I
Yes.
have the job. I'm in my 40s. I'm a woman. I don't have my PhD. You've got to be kidding. And they're like, you have the job. So I ran a school in which all basically everyone who was my peer for all the other schools around were in their 60s. They
Mhm.
most of them were men, and
Mhm.
every single one of them had their PhDs. I
Yes.
had my BA.
Yes. Because, Lindsay, in the world of infinite possibilities, we do not live in the law of averages.
That's right.
We don't live in the law of averages, right?
That's right.
So this is amazing. Your testimony is amazing and is so inspiring. So, Lindsay, what's going to be the focus of your show when it starts July 1st? I'm so excited for this.
Thank you. Well, the focus is really going to bring it down to the practical level of the things that I do. And how do you deal with the practical level and you still believe in the infinite possibilities? The other
Mm,
part of the focus of the show is as you bring in terrific books. My background is obviously in New Thought. I
mm,
do have that, but it's also in Buddhism and
mm,
some Judaism and some Hinduism. So I'm going to also bring in some other wonderful aspects that we see. Example, this book,
mm.
can you see it? The Book of
Yes.
Joy
Yes.
by the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Tutu,
Yes.
who has recently passed. But in this book, they have 8 pillars that you need to bring out joy. And one of them, which I think is one of the most important ones for that people in the American culture does not remember, is humility.
Mm,
Is humility. I just saw 3 movies on the plane together. I saw King Richard, The House of Gucci, and the Tammy Faye movie. I saw them
Mm,
all together, and they're
mm,
all documentaries about people who started low and
yeah.
built up these empires. But what they didn't have control of, they used the universal law that we all talk about, the universal law that we all talk about, but they didn't control their lower level of their brain that we all have, the amygdala, the
Hmm.
fear, the ego, the greed. They didn't have that humility. So as they were using the energy to build their empires, they also were using the same energy to build the counter level of the ego, which brought them down.
Down. Yes. Yes. Each and every one of them.
So
Right.
we have to learn how to tame the ego and
Yes.
keep that in check. We need our ego, don't get me wrong, but we need to realize that we don't want to be run by fear, greed, all those negative things, because you can create more of that.
Yes. Well,
God says
Lindsay,
what you want, you're going to get. If you want fear, you're going to get it.
absolutely. So, Lindsay, this is just like, folks, this is just a little tablespoon, right? A little
A
tablespoon of what you're
tablespoon.
going to receive from Lindsay on just starting July 1st. And we have one vote in so far. Gladys likes infinite possibilities.
I love Gladys.
Okay. Okay.
I love her comments. I love them.
All right.
I just want to tell
Lindsay,
yes.
we could talk forever. We
I know.
could talk forever, but unfortunately, it's just a half-hour show, girl. So we have to go. Thank you so much for blessing Living Life in Joy with your
Thank
special
you.
announcement. You heard it here first. I have the exclusive. There we go. I have the exclusive. Lindsay,
Thank you.
new show on New Thought Media Network starting on July 1st. Let her know infinite possibility or this or
Better.
better.
This or
This or
better.
better. So my vote, Lindsay, is for infinite possibility.
Oh,
Also,
well,
I
if it's
like
you and
infinite
Gladys,
possibility.
man, I think it's going that way.
I think
You
so.
just
I
have
think
God
so.
energy talking. It's coming through you women.
All right.
I hear it.
All right. So please, everyone, support Lindsay, support the work of New Thought Media Network. There's
Yeah.
so much positive, uplifting programming here on New Thought Media Network. So, Lindsay, thank you so much, my beloved sister. I love you. I will
I love
see
you
you
too.
soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's wrap up the show. That was exciting, wasn't it? We got Gail. Gail is saying infinite possibilities too. All right, it's a landslide so far. So if you want to get in on this, please put it in the comments. If you watch the replay, you can still put it in the comments. I have a couple of announcements, and then we're going to wrap it up for today. It was wonderful to be with you live on this Sunday. And one of the reasons why I'm live is because after today, we have Rockland CSL, where I'm the spiritual director, but my practitioner team is running the Sunday service today. So they have everything under control. It's going to be a dynamic Sunday service. The topic is low tide or high tide. And that's going to be wrapping up our theme for May, which is feeling tone. So please join us 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Rockland CSL. You can go to our website, rocklandcsl.org, click on Sunday service, and you'll be in the Zoom room, or you can join us on Facebook. We live stream on Facebook at Centers for Spiritual Living, Rockland County. My other announcements I want to make really quick so you'll see what I'm wearing today. It's from the lovely, the amazing, the gifted, the talented Gladys Williams. She is the creator of Asante's Jewels. And next Saturday, I can't believe it, Gladys is finally here. Next Saturday, June 4th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be having a trunk show showing most of Gladys's collection. You can go to her website, asantesjewels.com, and see a preview of the collection. I am wearing space rocks, and this is everything. The matching earrings, And also, Gladys also always makes an extra pair of earrings to go with all of her works. So this is sterling silver and quartz. And let's see what else I want you to know. Oh, the necklace is called Cosmic Explosion. Ah, I like it. I like it. And the earrings are monolith and parsec. Okay. All right. So that's just a sneak peek. So join me next Saturday, 6 p.m. on Zoom. And the flyer is on my website. It's also on my social media. Okay. RevMelissa.com is the website. And what else do I want to say before I go? Oh, I'll be back live tomorrow on Memorial Day. Sip with Rev Melissa, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I was gone for the whole week and show replays. I hope you enjoyed them. So please join me on Monday, tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. for Sip with Rev Melissa. So peace and blessings, everybody. Thank you again, Lindsay. Thank you, Sekou. Thank you all for joining me today. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.